buy it for 50.
Sorry to interrupt your Nordstrom Rack talk.
Yeah, don't bash Nordstrom Rack.
First of all, dude, you know you and I are Nordstrom Rack brothers.
No,
Are they sponsoring us?
They have
They might
sponsored
after
My
this.
Joy for a number of years, and hopefully they'll sponsor this program.
The
program,
Rack.
what is it? It is Daytime Talk After Dark. What's up? We're going to get you guys ready for your weekend. I'm here joined with my girl who's already waving.
I'm boat waving. You know, when
like
you're on
you
a boat
won a
and you wave?
contest. Yeah, it's Tori Shulman. What's going on today? I'm like looking at you like, why were you waving? You're just saying hello to people. You're just excited.
I love being here. I'm so happy to be with my friends, having a beer. Like, this is a big, big moment for me.
Well, you're a second beer. Erica.
And she has them lined up.
Yeah, she's got some in her
Line
car.
up, cowboy. Wait, you really don't like my shoes with this? Like, what shoes do I wear with this outfit?
I like those.
Those look good if you're in a costume.
I don't know what shoes do you wear with that.
No, I think you usually have a horse when you're
I
wearing
think
those.
they're fun.
Erica,
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually it's some sort
thank
of
you for
stable.
joining us. We are being silly on a Friday. Erica, how you feeling today?
I feel good.
Okay.
I feel good. Yeah.
Look good.
All right.
Oh, thank you. As to you.
Thank you. We went out, by the way, last night, had a good dinner at STK.
Yeah?
Sam Shocker.
Jeff, if you saw these two at STK, what would you think their relationship was? Because I do that when I'm just bored and by myself. I'm like, I wonder how they know each other, and I make up a scenario.
Oh.
We're lovers.
Have you ever done that, like when you're waiting for
totally.
somebody?
We're definitely
Totally.
lovers. We're lovers.
But I know them, so I can't make up a
Yeah,
scenario.
I would just be like, oh, they're college friends. That's what I would think, like catching up.
Yeah. I generally don't have that issue when I'm going out to dinner with a bunch of girlfriends, but I definitely have that issue when I'm going pretty much anywhere with my husband.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
I actually, it's my favorite game to watch people try to figure us out. We went to this like super high-end suit place. Anthony needed a new suit.
Oh, I thought you
And-
said
I thought she
soup
said
place.
soup.
No.
And I was into it.
No, he needed a new suit, and this is a place I never would have gone to. Like, it doesn't feel very approachable. And I wasn't really, like, I thought, like, oh, you know, we're going to go to Suit Supply, you know, whatever. Like, it's a little bit more, like, you know, casual. You just walk in. This place wasn't like that. And I
Was it, like,
walked in,
bespoke?
and it was immediately, like, everybody looked, and then everybody turned and looked away. And I was like, oh, God, this is like a reverse Pretty Woman. Like, what's going on here? And I'm just, like, standing there. So we're walking around, and now we're giggling because we're like, so what do you think they think is going on here? And I'm like, oh, somewhere between we are tourists and didn't realize what we were walking into, or maybe I'm like your like stylist, or I work for you.
Or maybe they just thought you were like gonna try, and they were just telling you the price of everything. Ma'am, that's $1,500.
Well, I did get one price, and I was like, and I was standing there. He told me the price, and I like looked at it and I go, oh,
Yeah.
Did he?
and then I just.
Did you ask about the price? Because at a place like that, they don't mention price.
Well, because he said I was looking for something specific. I was like, I'm looking for something a little bit more casual because he needed a few things. And I'm like, some a little more casual. He's like, well, we have this. He's like, it's going to be around this. And he pointed to it. And I said,
Pointed to it.
I go, oh, okay. And I said, for that, really?
Yeah.
Like, it really?
Anyway,
I'll
Do you have fun with it? Because it kind of sounds like
Oh,
fun.
it's so much fun.
It
It's
sounds
so
like
much
fun.
fun until somebody says something to like cross the line.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
really piss
yeah.
me off.
Yep.
But yeah, it's quite funny.
I do like looking around a restaurant, and then you overhear somebody. I'm like, oh, that guy's in real estate for sure.
Yeah.
Or like someone's like, hey, what's up, Jim Baker? Good to meet you. I'm like, that dude's a salesman
Or
for
like-
sure.
Or
You know
do you
what I
ever
mean?
do this? Brooks and I'll be like first date, second date, third date. Have they slept together? Like you can feel the energy. If they're like, you're like, that's a first date. You
Or
know?
if they're like holding hands,
Yeah.
like Erica does every date, but they're like holding hands, like, wow, welcome to dating week
You're
one.
new. You're new here.
Well,
We're
first of all,
angry.
I didn't
here.
get a chance to even introduce you, Jeff Schroeder. Obviously, we love having you here. Jeff, what's your move? Because I have one when you go into a store and you realize it's way out of your price range. Do you do a 180 or do you like look at something real quick?
I
Like, oh,
immediately dropped the, hey, I'm just looking around. I immediately drop it, like
Do you,
right away.
so let's say you look at the price tag, you see it's $470. You put it back. What's your move?
Okay, here's my move. I'll tell you. So, hey, do you need some help? Oh, no, I'm just kind of browsing, but I like that shirt.
Yeah.
And I look, and I'm like, $250. and then I wait till they leave, and I take a picture of it, and I find it online
The last time
with
that
the discount.
The last time that
Carmen
happened to me,
Sandiego.
I did a cool comedy show that I did the Vail Comedy Fest, I don't know, about a year and a half ago. And one of the shows was in not a ski shop, but like a...
REI?
No, because that's ski equipment. Like, just they sold sweatshirts like the Gap, but in Vail. And so they had like sweatshirts like, oh, green and yellow with a blue stripe. And I was like, oh, it's cool. And I picked it up and just looked at the label to see if they had an extra large. And the label was $495 for a solid colored sweatshirt. And I put it down like it was someone else's baby I accidentally picked up. It's like, yeah, right. I was like, what is this? $500. It was
it's
just like
crazy.
It was
There's-
insane.
So, like, just to be clear, my husband wears all the time. You've seen my husband out and about. He wears T-shirts and like some type of a comfortable pant, and it's not like absorbently expensive. But when he has to go to like a board meeting, he gets dressed and he has to look like everybody else, you know?
Right.
So that's the difference, because his closet is like, this is for business. And then everything else, I'm like, can
So
you
bad.
put on a clean shirt? Like, why don't you dress like this for me?
One time, I was hanging out with Anthony and we were doing something and we were like giggling. He was like, oh, you know how he giggles?
Yeah, I love it.
And
My
I go,
favorite.
aren't you like the president of some major company? Because he's such a cool dude. And he was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's so
I went to go, Jordan, like, I guess they had like conversations, because you know how I'd come to work every day.
Yeah.
Pants like this and a white V-neck every day. That's how-
Every
day.
single day. Like
Yeah.
I worked in
You're
the
like
deli.
my dad.
In the
Same thing
deli.
every day, yeah.
Every
so
day.
we had to go. I had some time in the morning, like, you know, we get the morning show off or whatever. So I went to go drop Lawson off, and we talked to the teacher. I was like, hey, good to meet you. I got to go to work after this. So I split out of the meeting, and then I got home, and Jordan's like, could you have put a shirt on for that meeting? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I go, I was going to work to put on a suit. And she goes, yeah, but you were seeing his teacher. You wore a white V-neck? And I was like, I didn't know it was a big deal.
Hey, Mario, what do you want to do? Hey.
And then remember,
Freaking-
so I got in trouble for that. And then Bert, one time, our old boss, we went to this suit place, remember? And Bert goes, dude, could you put a T-shirt on so it doesn't look like you're cooking pizzas back there?
I got one for Jerry. Who's got two for me?
I didn't notice anybody cared.
What is people care?
They
like
care.
every time, like there have been so many times we're walking down the stairs and I'm at the door and I just turn around and look and like, no, no, like what are you doing?
Eric-
What does
as
he
a-
do? He goes right back up. He knows.
He'll be like,
Wow.
sometimes he'll hang his head because he knows he just wants to see if like I'm in the mood to let him get away with it or
Right.
not. Like he'll be like, all right, well I tried, and I'm like, put on pants, and followed by shoes. Like what are you
Sebastian
doing?
Maniscalco had a guy in the front row that was wearing shorts, and he called him out. And he was like, "Who thought tonight I'm going to see Sebastian Maniscalco put on my best shorts and sit out?"
When did Sebastian become Jewish?
Yeah.
It's fine if
him in
it's
the
like
future.
I don't even mind like nice shorts, like whatever type of.
It was
But Anthony will try to like roll, like I'll be dressed like this, and he'll try to roll with like mesh shorts.
No,
But
It's
Erica-
Sandals?
Like, and
It slips.
yes, like
Yeah.
Nike slides.
Erica, I think like because I was listening to both sides, and I was like, this is really interesting because I think we're talking about almost two different personality types. Because when somebody says, "Hey, we're in the backyard, we're super casual," Erica would roll over looking like this,
Yeah.
and you'd be like, "What the hell? Why?
Right.
Why do you look like that?"
Al walked in
And,
today
like,
and was like,
shit's-
"Erica, you look great," and she does.
But that's Erica Casual.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is
What do I
Erica's
look like?
casual. But like Jeff's casual is
Stable
like,
woman?
finally I get to wear my t-shirt, my pants I like, or I get to wear my shorts. Like some people casual is them dressed down in comfortable clothing, where your casual is like,
Well, it's a defense mechanism
for what?
so that I don't have a bad day. Like I
Oh.
get dressed because when I think dressing up is how you show respect for yourself and others, and I get dressed with the expectation that I'm going to receive respect that day.
So you're saying Jeff is disrespectful?
No, I'm just saying
I put a
that
shirt on.
it's like it will ruin my day if
Where's
I
my
go
pizza?
somewhere and I'm treated and talked to crazy for only because you're looking at me. So it's like I almost
armor.
have to do the right.
It's like
yeah,
armor,
I almost
isn't it?
have to do
It's
the
armor.
most.
Tori, what's your
Wow.
cash?
Can I be honest, guys? I've been thinking about this a lot. I don't really have a good style.
Oh, I could have told you that season 2.
But what I'm saying is, like, I don't have a good casual style, or I can get dressed up and look pretty. But I don't have I don't know proportions. Like, these aren't cool. I thought these were cool.
I didn't know.
They're not. They're fine.
But
That's
like,
not
what
a
would
good-
be
You
cool?
should have stopped at they're
But
not.
just say what would be better here? Sneakers?
Yeah.
But like, I like.
What are you going for?
I don't see any
casual
problem. I
look,
don't
like
see any
casual but put
problem
together.
with. I don't see any problem with your shoes.
Did you see the socks, Erica?
Now the socks
Yeah,
aren't
look like-
great.
Did you see
Yes.
the whole
But
thing?
no one will see the socks.
The socks. One of them.
Erica, what were you saying?
What is that?
No one will. Well, I
And the
mean,
other one's
And the other one
Erica,
doesn't match.
Continue.
Okay.
Erica, continue.
Is this on video as well?
Yes.
Okay, that's a
do you have
big.
one Notre Dame sock?
It says it was when my mother-in-law went to Ireland.
Okay. All right. So,
I love the Irish socks.
well, let's have this discussion because Tori.
How long is this podcast?
We have time because this is a big. This is
I'm
turning.
just letting
This
you
is
know-
turning into an intervention.
Okay, I'll just
Because-
say I don't have style.
Yes, but I wonder if your style, and because I picked up a lot of my style from the stylist that we were exposed to, talking to Kiri, talking to Ebony. Shout out Ebony. She just got her
Became a-
nursing degree.
Yes.
So proud of you, girl. I know
Yes,
you're watching.
Ebony.
I love you, love you, love you. So, like, I've learned a lot of my style and how to look at colors and fashion through their eyes.
I thought I did
And
too.
with Tori, I feel like you have this weird in between because some days you'll come to work and I'm like, I would tell you, I'd be like, get this in 6 different colors.
You'd
You
be like,
look
as a girl
great.
dad, I think
Yes,
you look great.
You look great. I like the boots with it. And then the next day, you come dressed like you were attacked by a fisherman. Just random shit hanging off. And
Well-
I'm just like, Tori, you're so attractive.
I have a good body.
Yes.
Here-
How do you do
This
that?
is-
There's
This-
also a style with being unstylish.
Okay, that might be me then.
Right.
Okay.
You don't have to do what everyone else is doing.
Right.
You got to do
But,
your own
like,
thing, but
It's not attractive.
it's not working.
Well, here's the thing about Tori is that Tori is a contrarian. She's a contrarian Capricorn. So if you want to have her do something,
Don't tell her.
you can't tell her directly.
oh, I know that. trick.
Because if you tell her directly, she will go against her own interests in order to just be a contrarian about it. So I just stopped saying anything. And then she started asking. And then I got really savvy because I'm also like, I'm the girl that like, I'm never going to be the bride that puts everybody in
the
the ugly,
crappy
like
bridesmaids
bridesmaids
dress.
dresses.
I mean,
Because like you're ruining my thunder too.
Erica,
Yeah.
I always thought that was so weird. That
Dude,
people
did you
did
notice that about Tori though? For real? Like
What?
we'd talk hours about something. She's like, "So I'm going to do this," and she would eventually end up doing the opposite.
The exact
Every
opposite.
Hold on,
Yeah.
single
Jeff. The dog's
time.
trying to get Tori to stop drinking.
The Tori's. Hey, the dog's got better style than
That's our
Tori.
last-
Winnie looks so cool. He looks
The
so
dog's got a
good.
hip little G jacket.
He's popped the collar. But like my mother is good fashion. I just thought I don't see it. I don't see it the way you guys do. Like
Yeah.
I thought this was like
You
the
see
big
it.
girl.
See, like no.
mom
You
jeans.
what you do is you see things in your head as a vision. You don't see things practically.
Right.
So like when I
Like on
see
my
things,
body.
I don't see things in my head. I see it practically.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's like I can see it on this person, I can see it on that person.
Sure.
I can take things off of this person and put it onto that. Like I can see that because
you also
it's-
sound like a serial killer. I can see her head on his body.
I could see.
Yeah. Jesus.
I could see my
I took
skin
his
in
clothes
jacket.
off.
But I only know that because
Buffalo Bill
in
over
my
there.
20s,
I liked
in
her
my
skin.
20s, I used to visualize clothing in theory, but until I learned to visualize, like to actually do it practically, then I was very like confused as to what, because I was the girl that like
confused.
everybody would dress. All my friends would love to dress me because I was such a disaster.
Yeah.
How'd you feel living in LA though?
I felt uncomfortable.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because everyone knew how to dress better and had skimpier stuff. And I'm pretty busty. Like, I'm busty naturally. And everyone was sort of skinny and long and thin.
Yeah, but I felt like, I don't know, I had my own, you get your style from your neighborhood
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
or whatever, and you wear what other people wear. But I went to, when I moved to LA, I was like, everyone just does whatever they want
Yeah,
over
it
here.
doesn't matter.
You know what I mean? There isn't really a style.
Yeah.
Everyone is kind of their own style.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I think you're your own style.
Yeah, but my problem is, like, can you see me, Nick, if I stand up? Okay. He's, like, looking. I'm like, don't look. Like, the proportions. Like, this should be tucked in.
I know, but it doesn't.
No,
No,
it shouldn't
no.
be tucked
Okay.
in.
But
no,
I would
but
argue-
I wouldn't. Okay, so here's a great example of stand up.
Okay.
So like, okay, so you went for this top, which great,
Your jewelry all
but
works.
your
It's cool jewelry.
your
Your jewelry-
pants,
Hold on, let her.
your top is boxed, and so
my
are your pants.
Right.
So you need to do like either
Come here,
no,
man.
don't pull it. You want to keep it draped because you want that silhouette. It's a great silhouette because it's cutting you this way, and you're
The
talking
dog's
about,
outshining you.
You're talking about how you're busty, so it cuts down, it drapes. So you need like a legging, like a high waist legging, and I would pair it with the heel.
Oh,
What do you mean a legging? Like that goes up to your knee?
No,
that's
like a
knee
legging,
high,
like
like
a
full yoga
black-
pants.
like
almost black
not,
tights, basically.
but not
Not
yoga
tights.
pants.
Oh,
but
gotcha,
like,
gotcha,
yes,
gotcha.
like a
Pair of
yoga
leggings.
pants.
Not Hooters leggings.
No,
No, not like nude leggings.
not stockings.
stockings.
Or stop. Wait, no, I don't know what I was thinking.
I would say this, Tori. In the meantime, and
But these aren't right
anybody
with
that
it?
watches the show that like we always forget our viewers have looked at us more than we have. So if you think Tori has a cool style, or like Tori has a style that you think will look cute on her, write in and maybe we'll try
Yeah.
something.
Tori thrives with an empire waist. Her colors are green, especially emerald
My
green.
dad said Empire Waist made me look pregnant.
What
He
is
said
that?
No.
He said it to my face, and it made me. He
Sounds
goes,
like a Netflix
because
documentary.
It's not
What's an empire
like
waist?
where it cuts like right here.
it needs to cut.
But
like
the thing
here.
of no, you want it to cut here. But if you're wearing like a baby doll dress,
That's what he doesn't like.
Yeah, no.
He goes, "You look
need
pregnant."
An empire waist with like a sheath dress.
Okay.
That's what you're
Like a
most
mod.
flattering. Yeah, the red one. There's a red one you used to wear that was really good.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's the
Okay.
type of
All right.
silhouette
Well,
you need.
we will continue this journey after the show. But I mean, Tori, I think it'll
And
be
I've inherited my mother's jewelry now and her clothing, so I'm about to get good clothing, but I don't know how to put it
but
together.
I think like you probably have a lot of pieces, and there's a
lot of
stylist
pieces.
that'll just like help you.
I think so.
You
Or
just
maybe
need,
we do
like-
it on the show once a week. What should I wear? How fun.
I think that's something good for your Instagram.
yeah.
Okay.
There we
maybe,
go.
maybe be an adult and do it on your own.
I am doing it on my own.
Well,
Just not doing it well.
I do want to get to the story because man, we really. As soon as I heard Empire Waist, I was like, oh, I don't know if we're gonna get to my story, but I think we are.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
I talked about it on the show. I talk about it on stage. My car was stolen 3 years ago now. Yeah, 3 years ago at the Denver airport, and I thought that was. I was surprised when it happened, obviously, and
And they found it.
well, they did find it, but when it happened, I've lived in the city for almost 50 years, and there's nothing new.
50 years.
I'm
What are you,
47.
107.
I'm 47 years old, so like, I always I'm used to like hearing stories and stuff, and so something's itching.
That
She's
dog's
like,
pretty strong.
Yeah, almost
Moved the whole table and
it's like
carpet.
a magic woman inside of it. So like my car is taken, and I was just like, this doesn't seem like two kids that would have the balls to roll up to the airport where you assume that there are cameras, which there were not. And how did you get the car out of the crossing gates? Don't they have cameras there? And so none of it made sense, but obviously move on. Well, smash cut to last week. My girlfriend Sarah sends me a link saying that they caught the guy that was running a car theft ring at DIA.
Stop it.
Since 2020.
No.
How many cars do you think have been stolen from
Okay.
just Denver International Airport? Take
I'm
a
gonna
guess.
go
Since
with-
2020?
I'm going to go with 1,000 cars.
Wait, since 2020.
Since in the last 2 years. So 2022. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Last 2 years.
I'm going to go with 5,500 is my final answer.
Okay. Erica, you said about 1,000.
1,000. Jeff's going to say 1.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to work it out actually. So I'm
I think
thinking
it's
by the day,
5,500.
365. Maybe you get 250
Oh, we're going to
throughout
go
that.
into this.
I'm gonna go with 500.
Archimedes.
Erica was closest. 957 cars. So they said it was averaging roughly about 3 a day.
Wow.
And my question is
3 a day?
Yes. So I am just like
By the same group?
Well, I think they said the numbers have gone way down since they put this guy in jail. But there's a lot of people pulling off this
All right,
pot.
sorry, yeah.
But yeah, no, I had that same question because it's not, this isn't a movie where you get the guy and then all the crime goes away.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people stealing cars, but it just seemed like it was a ring. And I'm like, okay, if 3 cars are getting stolen from your car lots per day, besides the little tiny lock up your valuables, maybe put some more cameras, some more cops strolling around, the illusion of just like the fake cop car that's on the street sometimes. Why are you just letting this happen over and over again? And a 28-year-old, because they were, this is crazy. They were stealing the cars and using them to ram in the front of businesses to rob them. So, and then that way the plate couldn't be traced back. So, I mean, this was a criminal enterprise. And it was just, they caught my guys drag racing on I-70. So my car didn't get that same fate. I got my car back, strangely. But this was like a ring going on. And it's just like, I understand that probably car theft is low on the priority of police to track down. But to not do anything?
Yeah.
How did
do you get
DIA?
out? How do you get out without your
Jeff,
ticket?
That was my point. Because
right.
Because if there's 1,000 of them saying I lost my ticket,
Oh, I
Yeah,
bet
but
the
if it's
ticket's
like
in the
a
car.
few a day and you're not going to the same place,
Or you leave your ticket in the
A lot of
car.
people leave their tickets in the car.
but isn't there a
Yeah.
camera saying, "Hi, excuse me, I lost my ticket"? Like, isn't there a
But what if
camera on you?
Pretend you get a ticket and you're going to the airport. You're going to leave that ticket in your car. So when you come home, you have that ticket.
No,
Why would you take it?
I keep it in my wallet.
We always leave it in the car because we know we have to take it out when we have to
What
go.
do you do with the ticket?
Guys, I don't think it matters what you do. No, and I mean, I think because
What do you do with the
No,
ticket?
because you guys don't steal cars.
God, why isn't-
Look,
I
we're
think I
talking.
would leave it in the car.
Right.
I don't
It
know.
doesn't-
I
it
Uber to
doesn't
the
matter.
airport.
I didn't even think about that.
The car thief is not hoping Erica left it in the visor.
It
Apparently
is.
they
a lot
are.
It is.
No,
they are,
apparently,
Al.
and
They
this
are.
is what I'm assuming. They know somebody that works at the airport.
Yes.
And they're like, pink?
Yeah.
And they
No.
roll on.
No,
Yes.
I believe it.
Yes.
I
What do you
believe
think
it.
that you're stealing a car and
I
just
totally
looking
believe it.
around hoping it's in the glove compartment?
Yeah.
You can probably see it from a mile away. No.
No,
think-
I think that, first of all, I think that they're very intentional about the make and models of the cars
Yes.
that they're taking. And I do think that there's somebody on the inside because that's the only way that you're getting 1,000 cars out, period.
I said 5,000 cars.
Yeah, that's the only way. There's
Yeah,
somebody
you're
on
right.
the inside.
No,
Yeah.
you guys don't steal
And
cars, so I
it's-
don't expect you to know
And
the answer.
honestly, it's not even really that sophisticated of a crime. If you have a guy on the inside,
You're just hitting a button.
you're just figuring out which car you're going to take. You
Honda
already
Civic.
know the easiest ones to get into.
And
Acura.
also, Eric, I don't know if you worked at a hotel,
Cadillac.
but any place that's got doors. What are you doing? Any place that has doors, they have skeleton keys. I'm assuming that every person that works at the front desk of any hotel has a key to get in any room. So
that's
they,
That
always
doesn't
so
work
they-
with cars.
no,
What
but
is
I'm
this?
saying with the gate.
no,
with the,
but like
007?
No, with the gate to let you out.
It's a
Oh.
Rico case.
Yeah,
Right.
certain vehicles are always coming up on the highest stolen list
Honda
because they're
Civics.
the easiest ones
Honda Civics.
to get into.
Like
and
you'd still
hard-
like, could you still Jimmy cars?
But they didn't have to, dude. When I
you
got
wanna
my
make that
when I
again?
got my Challenger back, there was a different Dodge key in there. These, bro, if you did nothing all day but steal cars, you think you wouldn't figure out a homeboy or homegirl that knows how to make a key? What do you think? Elon Musk is designing those?
Well,
Look, I mean, so like,
Could you hook me up with one of those dudes? Because a new set of keys for my car is like $500,
Yeah, they're so
and I told the dealership
Right.
to f off.
Yeah, it's
Right.
it's a
when
racket.
you buy a car, you think you get 2 keys.
Right.
You scumbag.
it's a
Sorry.
racket. So yes,
But the fobs are like so expensive.
but they're
Yeah.
not though.
and it stands for only billionaires.
So anyway, I'll just say that this was an inside job through and through, and I called it. Speaking of,
Yeah.
I called it. Erica, you and I have had many a dust-ups on television about the Girl Scouts. I've always claimed that they were a racket, and you have claimed that they have done a lot of good things for the society, and I would say that I'm going to slam the gavel and say I won this because the Girl Scouts have decided to raise their membership fees
Raising the
from
fee.
$25, which is
25?
reasonable,
Two?
$85.
85.
Wow.
That's going to price out
Let's talk about
a number
raising the price.
of young ladies, which you claim that this organization was for. When the Girl
Listen.
Scouts,
It's almost a 150% increase, right?
yeah, it is, Jeff.
Oh, what are you,
and,
Archimedes?
They talked to a den mother or whatever that has been a
Den mother.
whatever you call the that's
Give a little
Troop
respect.
leader.
You were so rude to the Girl Scouts. Just give some
I'm
respect.
rude to
Yeah.
this corrupt organization. That
They work
none of
with
this
car
mon-
thieves.
Yeah, none of this money is going to the girls. You need to break out of that, buddy. This is a corrupt organization. They
They
are.
teach STEM to
No,
young
their
women.
patches
teach them-
are keys for different cars at the airport.
Yeah, they teach. What a ridiculous. They teach science, English, and math to the Girl Scouts.
Yeah, technology
Okay,
as
Right
well.
after canoeing.
First
No,
of
that's
all,
STEM, not
science,
STEM.
English, and math is not STEM.
It's STEM, not STEM. That's
What did you say?
You forgot that technology.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
I just mentioned two.
See, you want to know how I know that? Because I was a Girl Scout.
I don't think. Well, a Girl Scout that only had
On
to pay
my honor,
$25.
I will try to serve God in my country.
Wait, they say God and country in there?
Yeah, to help people at all times and to
don't
live
know
by the
about
Girl
that.
Scout law.
I don't know about that.
Erica, what do you think about the 105% price increase? That none
Okay,
of it is-
I'm not down with that. I'm not
Yeah,
down with
that's
Talk
that.
to us.
crazy.
Talk to us.
Girl Scouts should be a community organization accessible to the community, all communities. And especially because there is so much revenue coming from the cookie money, which I know that you get all up in arms about that.
Yeah.
Money
Then
is your
I would
favorite.
hope that that revenue increase also comes with a system for deferring or having some type of way of offsetting those payments, because
That is
that's
bullshit.
definitely going to take out certain communities.
Oh, yeah, well, I listened to the den mother, or whatever
Don't
you
be
call it. It was.
don't be rude to the den mother.
I'm
That's all
not.
I'm
I'm
asking.
being serious. She was a troop leader mother, and then now she's a grandmother. I don't know what you call that person. Like, she's been doing Girl Scouts her whole life, and she was saying
Troop
she lived
leader.
in Dearborn, Indiana, and she said something. We were kind of tongue in cheek in this, but she said something that really like resonated with me. She goes, you know, in our community, nobody pays $85 for anything. And that really like it, and I thought about like how many bills I have that are over $85. You know, you have a couple car or whatever, but it's like that's going to price out the majority of girls. So now we've exposed ourselves that this is a corporation right now. This has nothing to do
Everyone's
with the
known
troops.
it's a corporation.
Right.
You think it's a corrupt corporation.
Yes, because they're now cutting out the girls because they clearly are not important enough.
So what do you think
And-
it's for? A drug laundering?
No, I think they're just
if they're-
lining
Like,
their
what is-
if they're profitable, that now they're getting greedy because they're super profitable when it comes to their cookies.
Well,
We
But
they
they
all know
also
that.
have to deal
But
with
why
inflation
are-
of what a computer costs.
But now
what they
you're
need to
charging-
teach. You want to teach STEM? You got to buy computers.
Well, they're not
Yeah, but you can't-
necessarily teaching. So you go to school for that.
I'm trying very
I
hard.
went to Yale. I went to Troop 913.
I'm saying if you want to teach technology to these kids, you got to buy technology.
You
And
don't.
it's pretty
The Girl
expensive.
Scouts don't teach technology.
Yes,
Stop-
they do.
No, they
teach
don't.
STEM.
No,
MIT teaches that.
So does the Girl Scouts.
There may be like programs. Yes.
Programs is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they're charging the very people more money that are peddling their product.
Yeah.
That they don't get paid to peddle.
Right.
Jeff.
Peddling.
Because
Right, which
it's a
is- that's-
I don't get
corrupt
what you're saying. I
organization.
don't follow you. Explain.
What do you mean? You don't
They're,
follow?
they're the
I'm
ones
asking
selling
for-
the cookies. So why are you charging more for me to come into this company, which I'm not even
It's-
making money on?
yeah.
Now you're putting I have to charge 150% more for peddling your product, what you're making billions off of?
Jeff, it's insane.
I think so. We've always paid dues.
Sorry for my burp.
I do remember that. I was kind of surprised that it's $25 for the year or for
It's
the month.
$25 for the year.
That's fair.
Yes, that's fair. It's going to go up to $85, And the program that I listened to, they did an in-depth report, and I guess it was in Ohio. And the reporter said, I reached out to the Girl Scouts of whatever region for comment. They said that they'll comment after they have the private vote on whether to raise up to $85. So they're not taking questions from us
They
people
don't need
or
to.
the news.
They don't need
What?
to.
What?
They don't need to. They have the money. They can raise it themselves.
It's not their money.
It's a corporation. Of course it is.
It's a corporation that doesn't pay their employees,
It's
Tori.
an organization
little-
full of volunteers. That's
Honestly,
still an
though,
organization.
They're
is a
little
little-
girls and they can't consent.
I would have to ask though. I would have to ask what is happening with
Consent to-
membership, because I just had this conversation with my mom a couple weeks ago about a young lady around my family, and she doesn't want to be in Girl Scouts. And I remember the day that my mother drove me home and was like, I really need for you to continue on in Girl Scouts. And I was like, hell no, I'm not continuing on in Girl Scouts. I was like, Mom, I want to be a cheerleader. I
Mom,
was
you're driving me to
6th grade.
college.
And so
Mom, this is a Wendy's.
and it was like this big thing because they were like begging for membership, because at a certain point, a lot of girls get to the point where they're like, well, this isn't the path that I want to take. And I was one of those girls. So at a certain age, you would think that their membership is just constantly being, declining.
Yeah, but the good thing
You
about
would think
humans
they
is
would want
new
more
humans
people.
keep coming.
I know, but to make it more, and obviously making it more is going to, I know it doesn't sound like $85 a year doesn't sound like a lot to a lot of people, but it is a lot to a lot of people,
To the majority of
especially
people.
where Girl Scouts are actually a part of the community.
Very, very much. So let me just read you guys this, because this
We're
is
over, though.
I know, but what did they? It was going to cut us off. Okay. The network, stop it. Stop being a
Girl
square.
Scouts.
Okay, so this was actually
It's like I was hungry.
This is actually a story that was written by a reporter at 9 News a few years ago, and it was titled, "Where Does Your Girl Scout Cookie Money Go?"
I saw this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna skim, but this is what's up, Mrs. Technology over here. Okay. It says.
I didn't come up with
The
that. That's
first
tea.
sentence is, how many Girl Scout cookies do you think were bought in Colorado last year? Better question. First of all, you asked that question. Better question.
Why is Tori wearing sunglasses?
I don't
This
know.
is boring and I'm gonna
no,
sleep.
we're Tori.
Like reading us a bedtime story.
I'm not.
tired.
I want you guys to hear this. How much money do you think that the Girl Scouts generated in the state of Colorado?
Didn't we do this?
2.1 million.
500 million.
$1.
$17 million.
I'm not part of it. I'm not even
Of that money, the Girl Scouts got to keep $4 million. The rest of it, $13 million, goes to the corporation that you love so much.
I don't
It's
love
a
them. I'm not
it's
a
a
Girl
corrupt
Scout.
Erica. If I had
So
little
weird.
girls going around the neighborhood selling my comedy CDs, I think you'd shoot me a text.
Oh my God. It's not like a drug problem. It's just innocent girls selling cookies.
Oh, it's just little kids going door to door. What bad could happen there?
all right.
Well, they don't go door to door anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure after some
don't?
incidents.
No, and the online orders of Girl Scout cookies start February 21st, 2025. Thank you.
You see how you guys are already
Can
indoctrinated?
Can everyone go around the horn and just say their favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Yeah. Thin mints.
Okay. Frozen or non-frozen?
Frozen.
I'm Thin Mints non-frozen.
I'm Thin Mints frozen.
Wow, we're on the same page.
No, you guys are rookies.
You're an Eskimo.
Are you
something.
Samoa?
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
Samoan. Ooh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Those are so good.
Wasn't there an Eskimo one? I know I'm not supposed
Yeah.
Or
to say that, but
Tagalog? What is it? Tagalog
Yeah,
is the
it's-
Filipino language.
I
I
think
was thinking Samoan, but I'm not even
Tag
comfortable
along.
with
right,
that.
but I mean, that's such another story in terms of like you said Eskimo, which is untoward now. But I mean, I don't think that people always know that, and it's
I
a
don't
good
know
place
that.
to.
Al,
Yeah.
am I gonna get to eat dinner tonight?
Inuits,
I'm
Eluits,
sorry,
there's other
we're-
type of people
We're
in the
3
Arctic.
minutes over. Tori's wearing
Aluits,
sunglasses.
Inuits, there's different
I'm
type
hungry.
of Arctic people.
There's different types.
let's
She had-
recap
so she-
Tori's style.
Yeah, she called them Arctic people.
They are.
I know, but the
They're
people
people from
from
the
the Arctic,
Arctic.
they're not Arctic people.
I think they're one and the same.
Okay.
You
sir.
look like Bigfoot.
Yeah, you look.
What's
insane.
wrong with my shoes?
I just
Those shoes
Tacos,
all should-
anyone?
yeah.
Okay.
We're all gonna get tacos.
And with that, I'm glad we got to these stories. I had to get that Girl
I
Scouts.
apprient your rants.
Thank you.
And
I don't
good.
like when little kids are taken advantage of. It's not. I don't like that.
You like Timu?
No one. Have you been to a factory?
Oh!
Oh, what? Have you toured a
On that
Timu?
note, like, subscribe,
whoa.
follow.
follow. Tell a friend.
What's wrong with Temu?
And throw your shit on Etsy. All right, we'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all. Temu's great.
No, Bangladeshi children.
You don't think people are
starving.
taking advantage with that thing?